two cue cards I'm going to be reading from. All right, everybody, thanks for being here today. Imagine if you guys were in a scenario or a situation where there was an emergency and you guys did not have any food, water, or shelter. What would you guys do? How would you survive? I'm going to share with you to prep for an emergency or a natural disaster. I have firsthand experience in emergencies such as the Mount Pinatubo volcano eruption in the Philippines and the Northridge earthquake. I've seen what those do firsthand. I've seen the destruction that they cause. I've seen, the starving people out in the streets, the people who did not prepare for a natural disaster or emergency. So even if you think you live in a safe place where nothing could happen to you, you're safe, you should prepare something because you never know what can happen. There could be an earthquake or a tornado or a hurricane. Something can come your way one day and put you in a situation where you're going to need to survive because help may not be around the corner. When Hurricane Katrina came, people were without help for 5 days. So they were on their own without any kind of help from the government for 5 days. PBS.org stated that the National Guard arrived 5 days after Katrina. So thousands and thousands of people were out without food, water, electricity. It was a pretty bad situation. During Katrina, people could not get to the evacuation centers in time. Citizens stuck until help could arrive. They were stuck. Many people were not prepared. So some of the things you're gonna want to have are extra food, water, and a first aid kit. Having the extra storage, food, water, supplies is very essential. But you want to store those things that you would normally eat anyway, like on a day-to-day basis. So like any kind of canned goods that you might like to eat. Here's some spam. Consider things that have a long shelf life. Something that's not going to spoil quick. Because these are things that you want to put away for maybe a year or two. Rotate them in and out. What are your basic needs? You need food, you need water, you need shelter. Those are the basic needs you want to fill. Prepping is the smartest thing you can do. When there's no help out there for you, you have to rely on yourself. And if you don't prepare in advance, well, you're on your own. You can't go to your neighbor's house and say, hey man, can I have this, can I have that? Because they're going to be taking care of themselves. PreppingGuide.com lists the 5 essential steps to prepping. They say it's food supply, water storage, a cooking component, a way to get rid of waste, and a bug out bag. So let's go over those real quick. Food supply, like I said, some canned goods, whatever that you guys like to eat. Water supply, maybe you get like 5 or 10 gallon jugs of water, store more bottled water, a couple cases of water. A cooking element, something like a good cooking component is sterno. It has the fuel inside, it'll heat your food up. Or maybe you have like a small little Coleman stove that operates on propane. Just make sure you have the proper fuel for it. A way to get rid of waste. So you're either going to bury your waste or you're going to bag your waste. You need to have a waste zone. You don't want your waste too close to your house. You don't want to be smelling any of that stuff. So you need to take waste disposal very seriously, because if you don't, you're going to be dealing with infection, diseases. So that's going to be your decision. So make sure you guys store enough water. According to medicalnewstoday.com, humans can only survive a few days without water. So you may run out of food, but a few days without water and you guys are dead. Okay, so make sure you're storing enough water. Make sure you store your water in a clean, cool, dry place so it lasts longer. Make sure there's a way to filter your water. And last but not least, you want to make a bug out bag. Now, what's a bug out bag? A bug out bag is if you have to leave home quick, or maybe you're at work and the emergency happens and you're trying to get back home. Well, how are you going to get back home if you don't have the basic essentials? Maybe you work 25 miles from here, and to walk home might take you a whole day, maybe even 2 days. So you want to make sure you have the proper essentials in your bug out bag. So you want to make sure at least a 2-day supply of food and water, of some comfortable walking shoes. Have a small first aid kit. You know, it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. If you guys take medication for some type of ailment, have a few extra in your kit. So if you're on the road and you're trying to get home, you know, you're covered. Something like a flashlight in your bug out bag. Also have a wind-up radio and a solar charger. In conclusion, now you know why you should get started. Take action. Some think prepping is a waste of time, money, and resources. But I would urge you guys to reconsider. Prepping is peace of mind. It takes a little effort, and you'll gain so much from it. Okay, thank you very much for listening to my speech. Hopefully you guys will take the time to listen to what I've said and start prepping. Thank you, goodbye.